going to
not
get
soldiers.
Karlach, or are we going to go punch Kaga?
I failed to see the distinction.
We still have to talk to Kaga. We have not talked to Kaga. We have not done any of the side shit here. We just got to here.
Because we're going to do Karlach.
We need Will to do Karlach, and we need
Look, don't take your eyes off my hands.
oh, the kid. I was genuinely confused. I thought those kids were set up here. Wait, Mattis here is like a great character. I love this character. Him and Mole are like two sides of the same coin, where they're, despite the fact that they're children, they're some of the most adult people in this fucking camp. And where Mattis is very much like, you can see him growing up to being like that likable, roguish character. Mole is going to be like the evil syndicate leader. That just, like, she's completely evil, but she looks out for her family.
Makes sense.
What's he doing, Ducky?
Sleight of hand.
You tree-hugging bastard!
The fuck?
Holy ground.
Call it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested?
What the fuck? I have found more bugs in this go around of the
Got it.
game
One sec.
than I had the entire time playing by myself.
That's what I got.
Because on my screen, all you're doing is stick your hand out for the kid, then put it behind your back, stick your hand out back for the kid, and put it back behind your back and forth.
Nothing caught.
Why'd you end the conversation, huh?
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Haha.
You see
You're
her
welcome.
hand in your bags
Thank you, thank you.
and the shame in her heart.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
You want to talk to Mattis about that?
Hey, you here to trade or? Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you.
You can make it right by giving me a percentage of your take.
You at least
Terrible.
pretend to be sorry.
I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor.
Make room for the chumps.
Standing there, big ass flaming sword. Just like,
You tree-hugging bastard! Step back. You sully our holy ground. Let my daughter go right now!
Oh, we started a thing.
She's a thief, hell spawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
That doesn't intimidate anyone except for these people. And they seem way too, like, pleased with themselves.
I know, right?
I hate smugness. I just fucking hate smugness. I'm too much of a narcissist to enjoy smugness.
We're not
have taken those guards.
That's fair.
I'd rather you not get eaten by a bear. I could try greasing palms. These things over.
Hey, you're the talkie, bro.
Oh, I thought you were talking to your people.
Speak up.
Nope.
Roar!
Come, Magrin. Give
We
him a
already know
chance.
how this would
You,
end.
get back.
I know, right?
If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun with goblins by now. I'll go where I please.
Keep back. Force my hand, and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giorna.
What? Oh,
That's the most conniving
I
gnome I've
understand.
ever seen.
you.
I know, right?
Apparently, Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
The fact that there's an entire grove of druids here that are all for killing an entire fucking group of refugees that have nothing. Oh, my good sir. The best fucking character in this
Can
game.
it be a Git Yankee? Oh, what a delight. If I was less educated, I presume to ask what you're doing on the Swordcoast.
Then for your own sake, your education is fortunate indeed.
Indeed. Some merciless kin of yours made sure of that some years ago. Though at present, my curiosity lies elsewhere than the vagaries of the children of Gith. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
Fine, ask your questions.
Lordy. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
A classic a classic raid game, complete with lasser and smattering of booyogs.
My, a scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins?
I'm not unfamiliar with the kind, certainly.
Shocking little creatures, aren't they? Still, there's quite a bit more to them than most accounts allow. I myself plan to record the world's most extensive catalogue of their means and habits. A blue ocean of information, I dare say. Now, I've a few more questions, if you don't mind. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Father, it was a gold dragon, scales glittering and wings gleaming. Dragon? Really? How gauche. Are you drunk or merely stupid? Oh, which one, Dougie? You want to weigh in? All right.
Gold dragon! How marvelous. Thank heaven you were here to specify, or I might have recorded a bold-faced lie. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Quite so. They sang the phrase like a battle hymn.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed.
The bard
I've
officers
interrogated
are
one,
almost always the
a
best.
captive in this very camp.
I know, right?
She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
Dramatic. How has Maglubius responded?
Oh, I'd imagine him quite displeased. Since their change in allegiance, these goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to dawdle.
Be careful. Goblins aren't known for their mercy. Wait, about our conversation earlier. Why the dragon? Be careful. Goblins aren't known for their mercy.
Never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in your back pocket.
I love the way he talks. Potion.
Until we meet again.
Potion. Dragon. Best character.
He embellishes.
How many soul coins do we have, Ducky?
I don't know.
Yes, I see.
I gave you the one I picked up.
There were still technically short
I can
ones.
understand you.
That'll be okay. There's 3 in the crypt, and then there's 1 for that one woman. I know we got that one woman's. I do have to speak with that one. Yay.
I'm sleeping.
Throw a fist next to the elevator.
What's that?
I fixed the elevator with a
Sweet.
fish.
Yeah, fish will do it.
Take that out of context.
I'm concentrating. Does this look good? Is the coin in the middle?
Circus will rust, friend. A song shines on forever. Give it a try.
He lets out a tentative chirp. Gaining confidence, he starts a song, abandoning his nest-building efforts.
I don't know what this keys to. I've never found out what this keys to.
Cookie that.
What?
So what key is that?
It's from this, bird that's building the nest.
I thought you were housing.
The boar prances around, haunches
Oh,
clenching
that's
and
adorable.
unclenching impatiently.
Where's Alcin? Promise me a mate.
Speak.
I'm looking for a healer. Help me narrow the search.
Find Nettie in her room. Through the carved door, deeper in the grove.
What were you saying to that bird?
The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not.
I help defend this grove. I'm not your enemy. Nailed it. I win. You lose. I'm victorious.
Forgive me. It is not you I fear.
I mean, you are the
It is my
dog thing.
brethren. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple
Hold on a
solution.
second, we're going to...
Eject the refugees, and we will be safe.
I'm about to do a second as well. And she's wrong.
Perhaps not. But that does not make it right. Only Master Halsin can stop this. I pray my bird returns with news of him. If not, I fear for my people.
You know, you don't really find any dead birds anywhere, but apparently all these rooms are sending birds asking about him. You ever think about that?
Well,
This
that-
game pays so much attention to detail, yet where are the dead birds?
That's fair.
Every druid here talks about sending birds out to look for Halsin, and none of them's returned. So my question is, why is it when we get to the goblin camp, there's just not 1,000 fucking birds up on that damn spit roasting?
They...
Then there should be like bird bones or something. All we get is like a whole ass chicken, a bunch of pork pieces.
I know, right?
What if we send that one bear after Halsin and we go there and there's like bear flanks? That'd be dark.
I know, right?
I'm just gonna say, if I could speak with animals, I'd have a hard time eating meat.
And if you could speak with plants, you'd have a hard time eating anything.
Exactly.
You'd apologize every time you had a cheeseburger or a salad.
To everyone. I'd just become a cannibal. Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave this person. Oh shit, you can trade with him.
Again?
Apicusis.
I swear she looks like a trader because she's standing in front of what looks like a trade goods section. But
You can't trade with her. She just ain't got shit.
well, she looks like a merchant.
Yeah. Well, you also think of this as like a little,
It's not the time.
like alchemy bit, like, you know, like where they're working on stuff. Oh, hey, Ducky. Wait for me. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Do you want to start the conversation, or should I?
Shit.
You're not a druid. That's right.
They're terrible.
She stole the idol of Sylvannus.
Have Shadowheart join the conversation for the guidance.
Imprisoned the thief under Gardan.
Will do.
Such a good snake model. I love it.
Please.
That is a really good.
I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the
Not
devil,
a xenophobe?
and I will cast out every stranger.
A
A
child?
death viper. You have milked their poison before. A single drop of it could kill that child in a heartbeat.
Must be a very venomous snake for a single drop to kill somebody in a heartbeat.
I mean, yeah. Thief poison? What's the girl's actual
Girl.
crime?
You mean parasite?
No, I mean
She
child.
eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains
mean,
here
Even the
until
most
the rite is
venomous
complete.
snake on earth can't
And
kill
keep
you with
still,
one drop in 1
devil.
second.
Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike. The death of a child. A timeless tragedy that never grows old.
Oh, that was some pretty dark commentary.
Yeah, you could also, like, tell the snake... where's that? Flick your eyes to the exit so the child will try to run. That's just so it dies.
The Bard inspiration was interesting because it's very similar to the Druid option kit.
Sylvannus was more concerned with nobly sown seeds than punishing children. Was he not? "17, I win."
The words of the Tree Father, spoken plain. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila to me.
Yeah, let's get our approval without ever fucking being here.
My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Alright, just talk to Akaga. I'll talk to Kaga. Hi, Kaga.
Go on,
Crater bitch.
say it. You think I'm a monster?
Only a monster would threaten the child.
Yes, you would say so. I know your kind. You see only villains and victims.
You don't know me.
A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. No matter.
If the fangs are
I
buried,
took
if a
back
child
the idol of
dies,
Sylvannus,
oh,
and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove.
But in that same
free
regard,
from harm,
I'm also against the
free
killing of
of
baby
intruders.
snakes. Zevlor believes his people will perish on the road.
And mine perish if he stays.
No, they don't.
You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
You're not a viper. You're a bitch.
You will do more than speak.
You
This
don't. You're
tale
not my
ends
boss.
but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
And that's
I don't like people that think they are. I am a narcissist. Ergo, I do not like people that conflict with me being a narcissist. I do not get along well with other narcissists.
Well, narcissists usually don't. So
Seems like a good moment to talk.
I see you.
I'm talking to Nettie.
Just give me a moment.
Wait patiently.
This medica. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
I need help now. I'm looking for Nettie.
You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you.
Do you know anything about mind flayers?
Why are you asking?
There's a parasite inside my head. A wriggling gaith tadpole.
A tadpole? A mind flayer tadpole?
Yes, the very same.
That's a serious condition. Come, follow me. I might be able to help.
You know, as this is
We need to
a
be
fun
quick.
fact and a side note,
This way.
a lot of these people could actually help us if it wasn't a fucked up tadpole.
or when they altered one.
Yeah. Almost all of them could have helped.
There's something in that.
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
There were many camps around mind flayers these days. Didn't think it was a common experience. It's a pricker. It's a finger pricker.
Rather too common as of late. At least that's what Master Halsin suspected. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
I will remain. I have a vested interest in the outcome.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
What's that plant? Will it help?
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might.
Insight say.
But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening?
It might. What aren't you telling
I'm
me?
telling you everything you need to know. Believe me on that.
Or I
I
could just
want
leave.
to help you,
I doubt
but
that.
I can't unless you work with me. So, has anything unusual happened to you?
Again, where's my mind with anyone else that's infected?
Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening.
You're asking a lot of questions.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean,
I mean, if I would be hesitant to answer questions from someone holding a random fucking prickly stick.
Fair.
What a mind flayer ship I was kidnapped and infected.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look.
What are you doing?
You've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you.
What am I doing?
You're dangerous.
Yes.
Sitting
If you
here?
transform here,
I hear
we're
stones
all
moving.
dead. But you seem
Yeah, I
like a
heard
good
that too.
soul.
I don't know. Watch
You
this
deserve
your
a chance
video.
to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
What about that branch of
The
yours?
thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. Only a way out. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't a
the
threat
problem
before
is,
I told you everything. Now,
C needs to be able to
do I
trust
have your
us,
word
but
or
I
not?
like behavior like that leads me not to trust them.
I know, right?
I swear.
I hope it doesn't come to
I mean,
that.
technically,
but
could they just kill you
thank
and
you.
resurrect you? That would take care of
Here.
it.
You
No,
know,
the
I've
tadpole's
spent
on
my
your
life
head.
treating folk and never once saw
I mean,
a
it'd
mind
be
flayer
dead.
infection.
Why would it be dead?
Then suddenly, there's dozens of you.
Depending on how they killed
Maybe
you.
more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them.
They're
Studying
not
them,
connected to your
trying to figure
circulatory
out
system.
What the hells was going on?
Yeah, but if your head explodes,
Because you should all be changing.
Then you just
There
don't have
should
a
be
head. You can't be
small army of
resurrected
mind
outside of
flayers
true
out there.
resurrection.
But you're not.
true.
Weird
Exactly.
powers aside,
True though,
you seem
but
perfectly
even
normal.
when the body dies, the tadpole does usually leave the skull and run away.
Only in this, given the circumstances, and not immediately.
That's it. Well, that and in actual lore, they don't all. They can sometimes just die in your head without turning you.
Well, that's the thing. If your body's dead, they can't turn you. So a lot of times they just sit in your brain and starve. So, yeah, if you died and then you were resurrected, like, I don't know, like a year later, again, that would take the true resurrection spell. To I believe the greater restoration spell, I believe, can cure a tadpole. To clarify, that's how simple it is.
Probably.
I know Wish always works. But Wish is the most powerful spell in Dungeons and Dragons. That literally has the power to alter the fabric of reality.
That's,
a lot of DMs use that as an excuse to be antagonistic to their players, by the way. I'm fairly against it. As I feel the risk of the wish should be equal to the demand of it.
exactly. More
So
complex,
if you're
or-
like using wish to make yourself like the king of like 7 nations, yeah, there's gonna be some drawback. Yeah, you're the king, but the other kings are alive and want vengeance or some shit like that.
Yeah. And it's all in how you word it too.
Well, what I'm saying, most things that you would use wish for, you shouldn't have to word it super special unless a devil is specifically granting the wish.
Fair.
It should be on the DM's part to make any repercussions or drawbacks or backlash from the wish to be interesting and engaging, not just antagonistic.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Fun fact, that's how some awakened mind sorcerers are made.
The wish spell?
No, a dead
Yeah.
flying fucking tadpole.
And the tadpole can die while it's inside your brain.
Yep. Your immune system fought it off.
Well, I don't know about that.
I was kidding.
Our immune system actively sucks against parasites.
It does.
We actually require parasites in our immune system, as a little fun fact. we couldn't fight them off, so we decided to use them, more or less. What do you mean should be changing?
Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers, telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
So you think it's only a matter of time?
Could be, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Sylvannus, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
Well, he found a bunch of followers of a tadpole.
That's fair.
I mean, you think he's still alive?
I think so. I hope so. I've sent birds to find him, but they can't get close without goblins trying to shoot them down. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean.
Well, there you go. That's why
they
you
won't
know,
kill someone carrying their
kill the
parasite.
birds, they never.
If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
Alright, I'll find Halsin.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you what happened out there. But those adventurers were the only witnesses. And they're long gone. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Sylvannus. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
Yep.
One step at a time, Nettie.
Hey, does that make you a paladin now?
Why then poison?
Nope.